Next on Worcester News Tonight, a dog is rescued from a hot car today in Auburn, and authorities are citing the pet's owner. Plus, we'll show you how parents are stepping up a way to keep their children safe from firearms during National Ask Day. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Catherine Andrioli. A dog is rescued from a hot car in Auburn. It all happened in a parking lot today. The town's animal control officer says a German Shepherd mix was left in the car for at least 40 minutes. And when they arrived, the dog showed signs of distress. Auburn police were called to this parking lot around 1 o'clock today. The animal control officer says some parts of the car's interior had reached nearly 120 degrees when they arrived. Officers say the dog was panting and breathing heavily, and its leash was wrapped around a seatbelt, preventing the animal from reaching a bowl of water in the front seat. The dog's owner, identified as Nancy Willard, told police she had gone out to check on the dog and to give it water. They say she appeared shocked about hearing the temperature.
A greenhouse effect going on where heat is entering the car and not escaping. So it's never okay, and not to mention the other things that can happen, like the dog's collar getting caught on something in the car. The bottom line is leaving a dog in a car with any sort of heat outside, it doesn't have to be much. You'd be surprised how low the heat can be. The car gets hot very quickly.
Pet experts say this situation is very dangerous and should never happen, but luckily officers were able to get the dog, who was okay. She's in great condition, and the owner was given a $150 ticket. On Beacon Hill today, the House taking up a rewrite of the state's voter-approved recreational marijuana law. The bill would undo major aspects of the referendum passed by voters. The bill aims to hike marijuana taxes to a mandatory 28%, up from the maximum of 12% listed on the 2016 ballot question. It would also give municipal officers the authority to ban marijuana shops and farms. It would also give marijuana regulators power to conduct searches of licensed shops and grow houses, all without a warrant. It's drawn criticism from advocates across the state. Here in Worcester, some city councilors say they accept the voters' choice, but just want to safely regulate it.
The votes have been cast, and I think we need to look at how we're going to regulate it, how we're going to have responsible ordinances, how we're going to deal with it in terms of zoning. You know, and I don't think that the council wants to go down the road of undoing the will of the voter.
If we have to go that route and we have to have recreational marijuana available in the city of Worcester, we can regulate it. There are ways to regulate it, and there'll be rules and regulations. But I lean towards the voters. If we're not going to listen to the voters, then these issues shouldn't be put on ballots.
Legislators have until June 30th to submit a final version of the bill to Governor Charlie Baker for marijuana shops to open by July of 2018. Firefighters knocked down a fire in Oxford this afternoon. It apparently started in a storage unit behind a home. Crews from Oxford and Auburn were on the scene of a home on Lovett Road. Firefighters say it started inside a storage unit and the fire was quickly put out. No injuries were reported and the cause of that fire remains under investigation. Wednesday marks the summer solstice. With the official start of summer underway, many had a reason to celebrate in Worcester. Brittany Schaefer gives us a look at how people enjoy the day in the city.
Wednesday is the first day of summer and also marks the opening of Worcester's 2 spray parks. City manager at Augustus announced the opening of the water parks more than a week early. And today, dozens took advantage, especially the kids.
I like the water coming down, getting wet. My favorite thing out there is getting wet.
It's the first day of summer and it's really hot out.
Parents say this is a great way to get their children outside while also staying cool.
I have here with me my daughter and my niece. I'm happy that Worcester has this opportunity for the kids here because you don't really see that often in other cities.
We come here every year, and this is what summer's all about. Kids running around, smiling, having a good time. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
Another reason kids are smiling today is because it's the last day of school in Worcester.
I'm excited for summer.
Students at Thorndike Street Elementary School had a special ceremony to celebrate their hard work. On the last day of school, first grade students could see a difference to their school street sign.
They wrote letters to the mayor asking for a heart on Thorndike Road street sign. and it was recognized, and they're very, very excited. It showed their civic responsibility, and to us, it showed the power of the written word.
Middle schooler Troy LaPlante says he's not too upset classes have ended.
Nope. I hate school.
Kids finally get a break. I mean, they work so hard, between school, tests, homework. Now they finally get to put their hair down and run around and just enjoy the summer.
Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
Worcester residents got the chance to mingle with city officials today during the first Mayor's Walk of the season. Worcester Mayor Joe Petty, along with City Manager Ed Augustus, walked from Elm Park to Sahara Restaurant this afternoon. The group made stops at Becker College and Elm Park School to chat with neighbors and business owners about some of the work being done in the area. Mayor Joe Petty says they kicked off the walk in Elm Park to highlight all the recent improvements that have happened.
We're going to start here at Elm Park, talk about everything that was done here. We also have the music going to make music on Worcester right now. We have like 60 locations throughout the city right now where there's music being played, and there's some being played right here at Elm Park today.
And the mayor says he plans on having more walks in other neighborhoods this summer. The Baker-Polito administration announcing economic development incentives for 16 projects across the state. They include 2 projects in Sturbridge and 1 right here in Worcester. The administration says tax incentives will support the creation and retention of 644 new jobs and $359 million in private investment. The state's Economic Assistance Coordinating Council approved tax incentives to support the expansion of 16 companies. Amory Business Center in Worcester plans to build a new 20,500 square foot building on Canterbury Street. The facility will house 10 suites for high industrial and manufacturing companies. The city of Worcester approved a 20-year valued at over $700,000. Wednesday is National Ask Day. It's a day designed to get parents to ask if there are unsecured firearms in the homes where their children play. Experts say these conversations are important to have when sending their child to a friend's home or to camp. Rosalind Flaherty has the story.
Every year on June 21st, parents are encouraged to ask questions about whether guns are accessible to their children.
Kids will be playing in camps, in campsites, in different people's homes. Those unsecured weapons in the hands of a child can cause a tragedy.
National Ask Day always happens on the first day of summer. UMass Memorial Medical Center Dr. Michael Hirsch says every day, 93 people in the U.S. will be shot and killed with a weapon. 7 of those are children under the age of 14.
2-year-old kids can pull the trigger of most weapons. So we're just trying to cut down on some of these tragedies.
Dr. Hirsch says parents can ask each other the question in a list format so it doesn't seem offensive.
Do you have child-proof cabinets? Do we have to worry at all about our kids finding anything, opioids? And throw in the middle of that sentence, and might there be any unsecured guns that they might come upon?
For the past 16 years, the city has bought back guns in collaboration with UMass Memorial Medical Center and the Worcester District Attorney. The program has grown to surrounding towns, and last December, it collected 270 guns.
The whole idea is just to have less guns out there, especially ones where people generally aren't taken care of sometimes. Maybe older guns, maybe somebody passes away and leaves the gun to somebody who doesn't want it.
Saturday, there will be another gun buyback program where people can trade in unloaded guns for gift cards. Dr. Hirsch says unsecured guns are everyone's business and responsibility.
It's just another tool in the toolkit for the white coats and the blue coats to work together to try to keep the community safer.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester.